Hey guys, what's going on? Your favorite French Canadian Starco Gaming is back for another Marvel Future 5 video. Guys, today it's pretty simple. We're gonna be reviewing the Thing. Yeah, the character, guys, not the little thing in my pants. The character from the Fantastic Four, the Thing, guys. Honestly, it feels like this guy is the first tanky characters, like Hulk, Colossus, all of them together, the big physical tank characters that can actually do something without any uniform, obviously. That can actually do something very, very good. I'm still conflicted in if he's actually going to be close to a top character in the game, but he is pretty good. Good survivability, good damage output. So honestly, I'm quite satisfied with him, but I will expect a little bit more. I think that they should they should have added a little healing on this guy, not a big one, just a little one, because he's still going to take blade damage in World Boss Ultimates, like from Corvus, and that's actually going to counter everything he has, counter his old kit. So it's just that little part from the survivability that I think he's lacking, but overall he is a very, very, very good character. My build is not optimal, guys, and we were able to clear World Boss Ultimate Proxima stage 30 pretty easy. Well, we were running with Mr. Fantastic lead and Coulson still, but I think that this guy with the proper build, level 70, a good Obelisk, could probably clear up to stage 40, 45 in Proxima and Corvus Glaive, in my personal opinion, guys. So what we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna look at his build, then we're gonna move to the gameplay section pretty much. The only other thing I want to mention is that for PvP, guys, I have no clue in the AC if his autoplay is going to be good, if they're going to use his 5th skills and the 3rd skill. If they does, it's going to be pretty good in PvP, as it bring immunity to, super armor to the whole team of Fantastic Four, which actually quite useful in PvP. But he was able to destroy Thanos in the timeline gameplay, guys. Played on manual, obviously. So still have to see him in action in Allied Conquest, which I don't really do. So if you guys have feedback concerning Allied Conquest, please let me know in the comment section. That will be very, very helpful. So let's start looking at his build, guys. You can see here in the gross score, he's actually ranked 89 in the world right now. I'm actually quite impressed by that, since he's a free-to-play character. I was expecting to be ranked, in thousands, like I'm usually, but I guess not a lot of people actually work on this guy yet. That's my guess. So let's go in the stat sheet here. You can see here Fantastic Four. He's considered Fantastic Four. He has 5% increase of all defense as applied to self. 3% increase of physical attack. Now if we look at his stats, running with max cooldown, maxing our defense, close to max critical damage, close to max critical rate actually, attack speed 127%, which is actually need as high as possible for World Boss Ultimate, as his iframe on 5th skills is very slow and can put you in danger. We have 19,513 physical attack too. If we look at his gear level 20 is level 60, by the way, guys, as you can see here. Potential is ready, but we're gonna wait to have gold. A lot of gold. Anyway, his gear level 20, running with physical attack, critical rate, and critical damage. You fully awaken. Every single slot is awakened, which is one of the big reasons why I'm out of gold. I did that for him and for Human Torch, so that was very, very expensive. If we look at his old set, we're running with Power of the Angry Hulk. Attack speed, very important in this guy, so that was actually the optimal obelisk for him. We get all attack 8.5%, attack speed 7.7%, all defense 8.5%, critical rate 8.5%, in your defense 8.1%. That activation rate 12% chance when attacking, plus 20% increase of all attack for 20 seconds with a cooldown time of 60 seconds. That is a set bonus stage 6 in effect, so non-awaken Ezel pretty much. Custom gear, custom gear is decent. The process is a little bit lacking, but because it brings us too close to the cap for both critical damage and critical rate, it's actually pretty decent. I wish I had at least 160% pros. I could probably push stage 35, between 35 and 40 if I had a better pros, but right now between stage 30 and 35 is going to be what this guy can do. If we look at his skills, he has very interesting skills, by the way, guys. Is tier 2 passive, a family man. Applied to Fantastic Four allies, decrease the effect of reflect by 50%. So if you fight reflect characters, very useful. He gets reflect effect, physical reflex, very useful PvP. Apply 40% increase of all attack, super armor, and all defense plus 5%. So basically, if you go on Allied Conquest and you're fighting a big physical attacker, you can go with 3 Fantastic Four, boom, you get physical reflect, plus you take less damage for reflect for everybody, plus everybody get super armor, which is actually the equivalent of immunity to guard break, except that can be pierced through the super armor, and you get some extra defense. So very useful for Allied Conquest. So put this guy with Human Torch and Mr. Fantastic, and I think he got a very good team against a physical based team, in my opinion. If we look at his tier 1 passive, rock solid, decrease all damage by 50%, quite useful. That's a lot less damage taken. Is leadership. If you're actually going to fight something that is hard, you can put this guy as leadership, and very much 50% increase of all defense. As we know, we have the ability ignore defense in the game that kind of counter a leadership like that, but still it's kind of decent lead anyway. If we look at the other skills, we got the first skill, apply stun, fracture, good for for Shadowland pretty much. That's pretty much the only game mode that is going to be useful. The second skill, good for PvP and Shadowland 2. Other than that, if you're running, wall boss ultimate, that kind of content, that is not a skill you want to use, because you want to stay in the iframe as much as possible. Then you have the third skill, apply to enemies, 50% chance of missing attack, very useful in PvP. Stun 2 seconds, very useful in PvP. And apply to self, 100% chance for immunity to all damage for 3 seconds, really useful in everything. So you want to use that skill on cooldown to get immunity to all damage. Then you have the fourth skill that will apply stun for 2 seconds with fracture for 10 seconds. This skill is actually in your priority as the second skill is going to use, so you're going to start with 3, then we're going to go with 4, because at the end of that skill you actually have an iframe part, so you're going to be charging, so guard breaking the target if the target's can be guard broken. Then you go in the small iframe, then when the iframe is about to end, you can cancel with the fifth skill, which is the massive iframe, very long iframe. Plus it will apply fracture for 10 seconds, stun for 2 seconds, and it's an iframe that lasts about 4 seconds if I'm not mistaken. And once that iframe is over, you can actually repeat the rotation with 3, 4, cancel 5. Pretty simple. If you're fighting Wall Boss Ultimate, you will bring Anti-Venom as a striker, so you can actually heal a little bit. So sometimes you use your third skill, then you run around, gather your little orbs, then do 4 and cancel as soon as you can into 5 pretty much. That's kind of the rotation I like to do with this guy. This guy, like I said guys, a very good survivability. Damage output is actually quite impressive. I think that he has the damage output of like the Hulk should have without the uniform, plus the survivability that Hulk should have without the uniform. Like I said, I just wish they will add in a little bit of healing. I don't know, a 5% healing from add to the fourth skill, for example. I think that will just fix the little bit amount of survivability of this guy lack. But even as just a support character, because he brings so much with his tier 2 here, to a Fantastic Four team, which is going to buff Doom a lot. I think if Doom is considered Fantastic Four, I did not pay attention to that one. Buff Mr. Fantastic a lot, Crystal with uniform, Human Torch, you know, just for that he's actually worth getting to tier 2, but he can actually stand by himself as a standalone character, as you can see in World Boss Ultimate and PvP, guys, so far, and quite strong. Like I said, guys, earlier, about stage 40, 45 in World Boss Ultimate if you build him properly. Yes, you can ignore the possibility for a giant boss raid. This guy's not going to be able to get it done. But a good guy to have in the team still, to not get guard broken and have this little extra damage output if you want it. So guys, that's pretty much all I gotta say about this guy. Next, we're gonna jump in the gameplay section. We have Alliance Raid. I was lucky. We had the fire guy in Alliance Raid, so I was able to test him in there. We have Timeline Battle, fighting Thanos and 2 no-names. Not 2 very easy characters, but I wanted to see if he can actually go 1 versus 1 against Thanos, and he actually one-shot Thanos, so I think we got the answer there. And we have World Boss Ultimate's Proxima Stage 30, which was actually quite easy. Yes, we took a lot of damage, which is why I think that he needs a little bit of healing, but with Anti-Venom being in the team, we were able to get those orbs and heal ourselves back up and finish the job. So guys, let's move to the gameplay section. Don't forget, guys, to hit that subscribe button to get notified when a new video goes live, guys, and hit that like button, guys. The more we get the likes, the more we get exposure for the video. The more we get exposure, the more view we get, the more money we get, the more giveaway we do, pretty much. So that is up to you guys to make that happen. On that, guys, let's move to the gameplay section. Enjoy this, guys, and see you in the next video.
Just got up, something's wrong. I waited up with wounds on my feet. Where will you be? Flickering through memories, the Polaroids yellowed in the sun, longing to be seen. So come and hide, hide with me, hide with me, hide with me. Come and hide, hide with me, hide with me, hide with me. Bright, I called you up just to hear your voice on the machine. Nothing will be like it was, but you will always be my first choice, just as it seems. Hide with me, hide with me. give it